Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Franklin Armory F17. This is the biggest, baddest rimfire in the world. I finally got my hands on the brand new Franklin Armory F17. Now, Franklin Armory has made a 17 WSM in the past, but this is their new F17 series. This thing is a bad mamma jamma. If you're unfamiliar with a 17 WSM, I'm not talking about a 17 HMR, but a 17 WSM, it is the fastest rimfire in the world. There's not a lot of manufacturers that make firearms in a 17 WSM, but Franklin Armory does, and this one is semi-automatic. What makes this different between anything and everything that's out there, Franklin Armory has developed the first piston-driven rimfire platform in the world. So this thing has an Osprey piston system in it, and basically what that does, whether you want to shoot it suppressed or unsuppressed, there's no tuning the gas block or any of those things. You can just throw your suppressor on there. This thing's going to cycle. You can take it off. It's going to cycle. So that's pretty neat. The 17 WSM is a screamer. It's a 20 grain bullet traveling at 3,000 feet per second at the muzzle. And at the muzzle has about 400 foot-pounds of energy. So the 17 WSM is the baddest rimfire in the world. The F17 has a 20-inch barrel. It's threaded half by 28. The twist rate is 1-9. It's got a standard charging handle. The bolt carrier group is the F17 proprietary bolt group. It has a Libertas lower, custom tuned trigger. It's sporting a Bravo C stock and an Ergo Ambi Shore grip. So why a 17 WSM over a 17 HMR? Well, you're gaining about 500 feet per second faster with the 17 WSM, and you're not really sacrificing anything. A lot of your WMA states or wildlife management land that are in certain states will not allow you to hunt predators or small game with centerfire cartridges. They will only allow you to hunt small game such as coyotes, raccoons, things of that nature with a rimfire. Well, sometimes a coyote is out there at 250 yards and a 17 HMR may not have the oomph to get there. Now, you can kill one at 250 yards with a 17 HMR, but a 17 WSM will allow you to get a little bit more distance and give you a little bit more energy downrange. You're probably thinking to yourself, well, how accurate is the F17? We're going to try that out here in a minute at 100 yards from the bench, but before then, let me load up a magazine. Let's slap some more steel. All right, I failed to mention earlier that the Franklin Armory F17 has a proprietary magazine. These hold 20 rounds. So 20 rounds of 17 WSM is a lot of firepower. All right, let's see here. Put some sodas out there. Let's see if I can hit that soda out there at 60 yards. Oh, knocked it down. All right, there's another one right there at about 50. Oh, got that one. Wow. Man, those things just disintegrate. Well, I see him on the ground down there. See if I can pop him. Oh, got him. All right, let's go to 100 yards on the 4-inch plate. Right smack in the middle. Man, this thing gets there quick. Well, it is traveling at 3,000 feet per second. Well, I should have quit while I was ahead. This firearm with this arc and scope does get heavy after a while. Now, I'm going to show you the difference between a 22 long rifle and the damage that the 17 WSM can do just on a 2-liter. I have a 22 long rifle I have loaded up with some CCI mini mags. I've got a 2-liter there at 40 feet. If you're familiar with the CCI mini mags, you know that those rounds are no joke. They're pretty powerful. So let's see what a mini mag will do to a 2-liter. 22 long rifle did all right. But let's see what the 17 WSM will do. Yeah, that's a big difference. I have a target set up downrange at 100 yards, but before we do some shooting and some grouping with the F17, I want to tell you about this Arkin scope. So it's been a couple years since I've had Arkin on my channel, but for the price, you really can't beat this scope. This is their SH4 Gen 2. This is a first focal plane that has 6x24 magnification, 34 millimeter tube, 0 stop, 108 MOA worth of adjustments, and illuminated reticle. The glass on these scopes are amazing. They track 100%. They're really good scopes. And for like 340 bucks, a first focal plane scope with the reticle design in these guys, they're unbelievable. So now I want to see what kind of grouping I can actually do. Let me turn up the magnification here at 100 yards. I've got 5 rounds of American Eagle. I think American Eagle discontinued the 17 WSM a couple of years ago, but it's still made by Winchester. And I know you guys are probably thinking to yourself, boy, I wish I could find some 17 WSM. It is hard to find, but I heard it through the grapevine that they're going to actually start ramping up the production on the 17 WSM. So, all right, let's see what kind of grouping we can get at 100 yards. All right, make sure my level's good. All right, here we go. Well, that's a pretty good group. That looks about an inch group. Off camera, I was shooting a little bit better than that. Let me load 5 more rounds and we'll give it another shot. All right, got another 5 rounds loaded in the magazine here. See if we can do a little bit better than that. That is a much better group. So yeah, the rifle is definitely sub MOA. So if you're going coyote hunting, you know, prairie dogs, whatever have you, something with that much power, 3,000 feet per second, that will shoot this well, it will be a game changer when talking about or hunting small game, or just shooting paper at 100 yards, pretty fun too. So my final thoughts on the F17. Franklin Armory, they put out some really good firearms and triggers. Been a fan of their products for many years, but with the 17 WSM, you know, when talking about rimfire, if you want that extra oomph downrange, you know, sometimes at like 300 yards, I remember probably about, I guess it's probably about 7 years ago, I actually took a prairie dog at like 556 yards with the 17 WSM in South Dakota. So, you know, it's a fun little round to shoot. And with it suppressed, it's bearable on the ears when you shoot it. So unsuppressed, this firearm, like all the 17 WSMs, are very loud. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions whatsoever, put them in the comments below. Until next time, y'all be safe and keep blinking.